Releasing the version 2.5, Zhao is a defender agent that provides good general buffs for your squad members. She's easy to use and doesn't take a lot of your time, making her a really flexible option for a lot of different teams. The best part is that by logging in during the version 2.5 and 2.6, you can get Zhao for free. In this video, you'll learn everything that you need to know about Zhao: gameplay, builds, themes, and much more. Timestamps are in the video, so feel free to jump around, but this guide will be straight to the point, so I highly appreciate it if you can watch the full video. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer that this video comes from the content creator server, which means that things here are not final and could change before the official release. Zhao is really simple and a generic utility agent that provides attack and damage buffs, some healing, and even access to Ether Veil Wellspring, which increases the HP of your agents by 5%. You can generate points by using her abilities, but also by hitting enemies with any active agent. Her chain attack generates 5 frostbite points, and her EX special and ultimates generates 20 points. Hitting an enemy with any active agents generates 6 points and can happen every 3 seconds. Upon reaching the maximum amount of 100 points, the next time Zhao enters the field or uses her EX special, charged basic attack, chain attack, ultimate, or assist follow-up, she will trigger a quick assist for the next agent, activate Ether Veil Wellspring for 40 seconds, and apply a 1000 attack buff for all your squad members for 50 seconds. Also, if you have her additional ability active, which requires an attack, anomaly, or support agent, while Zhao is under any Ether Veil, she gives a damage buff to all squad members that scales with her HP. To maximize this, you need a total of 27,000 initial HP. And that's basically all you need to know, since at the end of the day, Zhao is just there to provide some buffs for your main damage dealers. But of course, there's more interesting things that Zhao can do for you. For example, whenever you are under any Ether Veil, using her EX special, chain attack, ultimate, or assist follow-up will trigger a quick assist for the next agent on your team. And using this quick assist, including the one that triggers when you activate Ether Veil, will automatically use her charged basic attack, and as long as she's under Ether Veil, she will keep charging even when she's not the active character. This charged basic attack deals some damage to enemies that also scales with her HP. It's not a huge amount of damage, but it's still damage that is going to happen without wasting your time. Her EX special also heals your other squad members based on Zhao's HP. It's not much and can only trigger once every 30 seconds. While this would be amazing for characters such as Idhari or Monato that consumes HP in order to increase their damage, Zhao's additional ability does not activate with Rupture agents. Finally, and this one's completely useless yet funny, you probably already saw her running animation and how goofy it is. But I didn't expect this running animation to actually deal some damage to enemies. Well, at least when you stop running. This animation where she falls down after running deals some damage to enemies, but it's really minimal and sadly, it's not even a heavy hit. So you cannot use it to kill enemies or trigger chain attacks, which would be really funny. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you like this approach on the kit explanation. I've been trying to make it easier and simpler for players to understand the character kit. It's not as in-depth as I used to do, but most of the time, the small details just add some more confusion and makes it harder for players to know what to do. That being said, let's jump for the part that most of you always like to skip: how to build your Zhao. When it comes to the disc sets, Zhao suffers from a massive issue: the lack of a really good 4-piece set. You can use 4-piece Protopunk if you want to, but the uptime on this would be really low. Not to mention that it only lasts for 10 seconds, so even if you trigger the stun window with a defensive assist, the buff will still expire before the end of the stun window. 4-piece Swing Jazz is not recommended at all, since to activate it, you need to use Zhao's chain attack or ultimate, and both of these are really long for you to use in the middle of the stun window. 4-piece Astral Voice is an option, but Zhao can have some issues maintaining and refreshing stacks. It's easier to use if you have Astra on your team, since this allows Astra to run Moonlight Lullaby, which is restricted to support agents, and this way you can leave Astral Voice for Zhao. For the 2-piece set, you can use Yunkai Tails to help build more HP on Zhao, but you can also run Moonlight Lullaby or Swing Jazz to get some increased energy regeneration. For disc sets, you are probably running HP on all 3 disc slots. That's because to replace a single disc, you need another 10 HP percentage rolls to make up for the HP of the main stat. This is not impossible to achieve, And if you happen to find good pieces with a lot of HP rolls, you can replace Disc 6 with Energy Regeneration for more EX specials. You could also use Impact, but unless you're doing a lot of defensive assist with Zhao, you won't get a lot of value out of it. Here's a quick reference for how many HP rolls you need depending on the weapon and disc set that you're planning to use. Keep in mind that this is only counting HP percentage rolls, and flat HP rolls can also help you achieve this number, with around 5 flat HP rolls giving you the same as 2 HP percentage rolls. And for substats, no surprise here that HP percentage and flat HP are your top priorities. After that, you can get some crit rate, crit damage, and attack percentage to increase a bit of the damage potential, but that's not needed as Zhao damage output is quite minimal. When it comes to skill upgrade priority, focus on the core skill as this is your top priority since the attack buff scales with the core skill level. After this, you can level up the EX special for some increased healing and also a little bit of damage. Follow up with basics and ultimates also for some increased damage, assist in case you need some extra days, and leave dodge as your last priority. Now, let's talk about Wenjins, and as a defender agent, Zhao options are not that good. Being restricted from support options means that you only have 2 options that can provide some utility for your team, these being Zhao and Caesar signature weapons, both being limited options. Zhao's signature is the best option, and that's no surprise. It provides unconditional energy regeneration for the user and combat attack and HP buff for all squad members. The rest of the Wenjin can only be activated by Zhao as it requires a defender agent that activates Ether Veil. If you don't plan on getting Zhao's signature, you can use Tusks of Fury, Caesar's signature. The damage buff provided by the signature can compensate for some of the damage you lose from the HP loss. Not to mention that the increased days can help you get some faster or even 1 extra stun. If none of these options are available or on your plans, running an HP engine such as Original Transmorpher or a Rupture engine also helps you with the HP needed, but you lose some extra utility. As for Mindscapes, Zhao Mindscape 1 is a good damage increase as it allows all squad members to ignore 15% of the enemy resistance. Mindscape 2 gives an attack boost both for Zhao and other squad members. After this, both Mindscape 4 and Mindscape 6 are purely for Zhao's own damage potential, which is usually not what you're looking for, as her damage contribution is minimal. If you plan to invest in Zhao, getting her signature engine first is the best choice, as it's one of the few defender engines that can provide some utility for other squad members. And now, let's talk about team options for your Zhao. One of the best things is Ye Shangguan dialing Zhao, as Zhao synergizes with Ye Shangguan and provides extra points for her that increases the uptime on her enlightened state, which is really important for her damage. It's likely that Zhao will be stuck on this team, but you can use her on some other teams in case you're lacking support agents, you're not pulling Ye Shangguan, or just want to free up one of your other agents to another team. For example, you can run Soldier 11, Lighter, and Zhao, as all the additional ability requirements can be activated for some increased damage. You can replace Soldier 11 with Evelyn, for example, although Evelyn's synergy with Astra is insanely high. You can also run Zhao on Anomaly teams since it also activates her additional ability. Just don't try replacing Sokaku with Zhao on your Miyabi team, as the build-up and how she works can feel really weird on your Miyabi Yuzuha team. And if you're running Miyabi Lycan, that's even worse as Zhao is a defender agent, and this means you're not activating Miyabi's additional ability, which requires a faction or a support member. But you can run Zhao with Piper Vivian or Yanagi Vivian in case you don't have Yuzuha, or she's being used somewhere else. As a defender agent, Zhao can find some issues when it comes to activating other character additional abilities. That's not to mention that Zhao additional ability can only be activated by having an attack, anomaly, or support agent on your team, which makes Rupture agents a not so good option to pair with Zhao. Which is surprising since her signature engine provides HP for your squad members. Not to mention that Zhao also activates Ether Veil Wellspring, which only increases the HP of your squad. You can still run Zhao with Rupture agents, but you lose the damage buff, and the 1000 attack translates to only 300 sheer force, which is nothing compared to Peng Yinhu, which can provide up to 720 sheer force for Rupture agents. And that's everything for my Zhao guide. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below or join my Discord server. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more Zenless content, and as always, thank you so much for watching this video, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.